a complete monopoly on biblical interpretation. No one has truly challenged Europe's interpretation of the biblical text. Africa is mentioned more times in the Bible than anyone else outside of Israel. Africa has not challenged Europe's interpretation of the biblical text for a variety of reasons, including slavery. However, the archaeological record can be observed. We know for a fact that Africa, from its very inception, has always believed in one God in the singular. One of the places that we can observe this, one of the earliest, is the pyramid text, written around 2350 BC. I myself have seen this text myself. It's written on the walls of the tomb of Unas. You have the coffin text, 2100 BC, which was actually developed from the pyramid text. The Book of the Coming Forth, which comes around 1550 BC, also developed from the earlier pyramid text. So you have in Egypt the testimony of the Egyptians who say they worship one Almighty God in the singular. Now, when Abraham is converted to the one God religion, he arrives in Canaan and finds a man by the name of Melchizedek. Melchizedek was already worshiping the one God before and independent of Abraham. We also have the testimony of the Bible itself that Jethro also worshiped the one God. No matter how we look at it, we see many instances in which God, one, is being worshiped before Abraham. Now, Moses' portrayal in the Bible of God was not the beginning of monotheism or the beginning of actual worship of the one God. Moses' revolution was the idea that God was willing to speak to the human independent of an intermediary. That means that God was willing to speak directly to the human. In this case, Moses speaking to God directly from the burning bush. This is an idea. This is an interpretation of the biblical text that we have not truly considered because we have not accepted the fact that Africa and Egypt are the first ones to believe in one God. This also means that Moses learned much about this one God while in Egypt and his education in Egypt, Acts chapter 7, verse 22.